Institute on Religious Life presents Vocation Harvest.
Hello, I'm Brother Pio Maria from the Franciscan Brothers Minor, a new Franciscan community in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm here to give my kind of vocation story in particular. So my story is definitely a story of conversion, as we're all called to conversion, and my conversion story is somewhat dramatic, I would say. So I guess I'm a good witness, I hope, to today's world, which is so fraught with brokenness and divorce, and my parents were fallen away Catholics, and so I wasn't raised Catholic myself. I came into the church later on in my life. My brother converted years before me, and so he was a good steady witness in my life. Grew up going to public school. I wasn't being raised religiously, didn't have much religious belief or mentality at all, but I look back at my life and I see our Heavenly Father kind of on my heels trying to break into my life over and over again, and I was a stubborn child, so he had to really kind of be strong with me as his stubborn child. And so, a number of times he was a little bit stronger and stronger, and then it came to the point where he put me in jail for 75 days. I was driving around on a suspended license. I had paraphernalia in my vehicle, a marijuana pipe, and so you can kind of think about what I was caught up in those days. Those 75 days were great because I got hold of a Bible. I read the whole New Testament, some of the Old Testament, and just really came to believe what I had read. And then I got out, kind of lingered with old friends and whatnot, didn't really know how to live the gift of faith that had been given to me. God sent another strong wake-up call my way, sent a few hurricanes my way. I was living in Florida, ripped the roof off the place I was living in, put me out of a job, and decided it was time to kind of pack up my life. I was in my early 20s, and I moved out to the Seattle, Washington area, and this was the place of my birth before my parents' divorce, and it was actually the place of my rebirth too, because out in that fresh scene, God, our loving Father, was able to speak more gently to me and kind of consider, what am I doing with my life? Remembered my brother's good witness, and I ended up looking into the Catholic Church and just finding everything that I was made for, looking for. It was all in the Catholic Church in a big package, and I've been unfolding that ever since. And the call to religious life was kind of, I looked back and I saw how lost I was and how lost so many people are in this world, and I just wanted to share the great gift that had been given to me. And it seemed like religious life was the best way to go about doing that, for me in particular. I read a life of St. Francis. He was the first life of a saint that I ever read, and so I read that life, and it really just, I felt the Spirit stirring me to live those counsels, to live the counsels of the vows. It took me a little while. I had to look around in the church, various places. I was a little bit naive, and I didn't realize that the reality in the church today is that there's authentic religious life, and there's also been some unauthentic religious life, and so I kind of had to do some searching to find the match that the Spirit was stirring me to. I wandered, looked around in the church. Finally, God led me to this new Franciscan community that's just getting started, trying to live really authentically, get back to the rule of St. Francis, and it just came together. St. Francis was really searching in his life. He was in church one day, and he was praying, and he heard the gospel of Jesus sending out the disciples 2 by 2 with no sandals on your feet, no staff, no money bag, and it just struck his heart. He was like, that's it, that's what I want to live with all my heart. And so for me, when I came to the community, it was kind of, I had that experience. It was like, this is it, this is what I want to live with all my heart, and it's been just a beautiful journey ever since. Sometimes I'm asked what's my favorite part about religious life, and also what's most rewarding as well, is just being able to live in the house of the Lord, being able to live every day with Jesus in the tabernacle and the Blessed Sacrament. I mean, He's why we live religious life. He's why we take our vows. He's who we take our vows to and seek union with and deeper union with. And He's the great reward of our life.
For more information about the religious life, visit religiouslife.com.